Hey guys, welcome back. It's Melissa Shaughnessy here, and we have a new podcast episode today. This is the exact business plan I use to make a six-figure income working 20 hours a week. And I know I'm airing this in mid-January, but I do that every year. I don't ever have my business plan done until probably about January 15th or January 20th. It's also when I do my vision board and my New Year's resolutions. And that's just what works for me. I don't know how anyone could get fired up on December 31st or January 1st when they're still coming out of like the holiday abyss. So I always do it this way. It works for me, and it works in real estate too because nobody's doing a whole lot the first 2 weeks, right? So this is not late. You are right on time. So if your goal is to be more efficient in the new year and you want to have more time for real estate to fund your life instead of be your life, then I encourage you to check out this business plan and see if it works for you. It's all about raising your average price point so that you can be more efficient, have to sell less homes to make the desired income that you wish, and live your life the way you want to live your life. Real estate to me is a fun career because I don't let it kill me and bury me into the ground. I figured out boundaries to have in place. I figured out the importance of having an average price point at a certain threshold, and I figured out how to do it. So if that's something that you want as well, follow along and let's break it down. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is we are going to define our ideal client, and then we're going to break down your business plan strategy this year into 4 sectors. We're going to do a social media strategy that will attract luxury clientele, a networking strategy that actually brings joy to your life, a simplified lead funnel, and then how we create referrals for a lifetime. And we're going to close out with a little bit of a time blocking tip and how I would start each day if I were you. So if you're ready, let's dive right in, guys. Okay, so first off, let's define your ideal client. We don't have to drill down too far here, guys. We're just trying to figure out where they live, what they do, but most importantly, we need to know what is the price point of the home that they are buying or selling. So we just want to make sure that the home that they're buying or selling is at least $500,000. And that's just because the title of this episode is How to Make a Six-Figure Income Working 20 Hours a Week. And what does that mean? We need to have higher price points and we need to be more efficient with how we're bringing in the income. So for example, if we're looking at just $500,000, at that price point, if you got an 80% split, you need to sell 9 homes a year. And if you're a newer agent, the first couple of years in, maybe you're a 60% split, you obviously are looking at a slightly reduced check, and you're probably going to want to sell 12 homes. Either way, 9 or 12 homes is totally freaking doable. Obviously, the higher the price point, the less homes you have to sell if a certain dollar income is your ultimate goal. And thus more freedom and flexibility you have throughout your year. So you can do the things that you love to do. You can spend time with your family. You could take that extra vacation that you wanted to. You can take the weekends off if your income allows for it. And you can truly just enjoy your life, which for me is the name of the game. I think we have one life to live and I'm going to freaking live it. So our goal is always to try to get our average price point higher and higher and higher and higher. And that's how you ultimately really rake in the gold in real estate that we got into this for. A lot of times it takes years to get there, but if you start from the very beginning, really crafting a strategy to improve your price point, you don't have to wait years to get there. So let's talk strategy. This is the exact outline of how to net a 6-figure income working 20 hours a week. We are focusing on a high value client acquisition strategy. So step number 1, we're going to build a social media strategy to attract luxury clientele. So you're probably going to spend about 5 hours a week on this. You'll want to do about 4 to 5 posts a week with, the stories to match. You can just share each post as a story. And then you want to make sure you do 1 reel each week because that's where the real engagement comes from of your non-followers that will follow you over to your account. Here are the 4 content pillars of social media. The first content pillar is showcasing luxury listings. So you want to go out at least once a week. You want to share photos or videos that you're touring. It doesn't have to be your listings. It could be anyone's listings that you're touring in the area of the client that you want to attract. So if it's a certain neighborhood or a certain zip code or a certain style of home, make sure that you're consistently posting this once a week to show that you are the expert in that type of home, that market, the luxury market, and that you're equipped and ready to sell. And then it's also very engaging to do polls with these. If there's a unique design trend that, it's black cabinetry. Lately, I've been seeing black refrigerators, whatever it may be. You could just say, are we loving this trend or does it gotta go? And they'll start engaging and people kind of get in on that stuff as long as you make it fun and entertaining. You can also, as a social media idea, post a picture or a video of yourself in the arena that your ideal client might hang out, right? So it might be drinking a glass of wine at a hot new restaurant. It could be an upscale coffee shop, shopping at a high-end boutique. Any of those things will work. The second content of social media that you want to make sure you get in there at least once a week is your personal branding. So you want to post about your real estate journey, maybe something that's happened to you out in the field, some success stories that have happened. Maybe you negotiated some crazy good terms for your client. Maybe you won a multiple offer that day and you're just showing your excitement in a pic. It could be a client testimonial. Those are always great because you can keep them on your grid forever. And then, just think about your personal lifestyle. You want to show, your uniqueness and your personal side and who you really are. Draw them in, show them that you're a real person, not just a realtor, and then sprinkle in some high living elements. Like, here I am with my daughter at the French coffee shop having chocolate croissants or something like that. Or cheersing a glass of wine at an upscale restaurant in the neighborhood you want clients from. So you just want to appoint yourself as, I am the expert and I'm going to spotlight your upscale neighborhood because I know it so well. And I know the local businesses, and I'm going to let you know about the events that are coming up in your neighborhood. Here's a fabulous listing that just dropped, and maybe it's somebody else's. Of course, it doesn't have to be yours. Whatever. Just showcase the neighborhood. You just want to highlight your experience or your knowledge about these neighborhoods. Maybe even there's schools and future growth trends in the area. Maybe there's a new business that's going to be opening soon that they're not aware of. And the fourth content pillar is going to be client success stories. So obviously, anytime you have a closing, celebrate on social media. Celebrate closings and client testimonials each and every time, especially when you can put it on your grid and it's there static forever, like I said. And if it was a luxury home or in the neighborhood that you want to be in, the picture's fabulous, make sure you incorporate that. And if it's not the price point or the area you're looking to grow within, that's okay, of course. Just celebrate the client in the closing. Whenever possible, make sure you use geotags and hashtags specific to the high-end neighborhood or the cities. So for example, hashtag luxury homes Atlanta, hashtag high-end real estate. And be sure whatever city that you live in, always add these two hashtags, hashtag your city real estate, right? It could be Dallas real estate or your city realtor. So hashtag Dallas realtor. Those will always be the top trending tags and things people search for. So those are the four content pillars of social media to incorporate. Hopefully that was easy enough. I'm going to be making a social media calendar template, and I'll be sure to put that on my website soon, and I'll let you guys know about it. I'll probably do that in the next week or so, but stay tuned for that. But outside of what you post, I do want to also talk about the power of social media engagement. So if I were you, and for extra credit, I would take 10 minutes at the end of each day, when no brain power is required, and just kind of actively engage with posts from local upscale businesses, local influencers, and even potential clients. Just like and comment, and make sure that your social media handle has the word realtor. Like it could be Melissa Smith _ Dallas realtor. I don't know why I keep saying Dallas, but it's a good example. I don't want to do everything Atlanta. And then that way, when you are commenting on things, they can see that you're a local realtor and maybe they're thinking about buying a house. And so they're just going to click on you and now they see your profile and now they're following you. It's just a good little trick to up your visibility in the market. It's also really great if you're going out to eat and you want to tag how fabulous this restaurant is. Always do that because you might be surprised at which upscale, great, fabulous places will actually share it. And now here you are showing up on this amazing restaurant, some social media. And that's another way that people click on you. And then rinse and repeat. So easy. 10 minutes a day. I mean, maybe even 5 minutes. You can do it when you're watching TV on a commercial break if you're forced to watch an ad. Oh, and one last tip. My whole thing is I don't pay for leads ever. However, especially if you're brand new and it's not that much, if you're up for paying $50 a month, go ahead and put it on some targeted social media ads aimed at zip codes and areas with homes in the $500,000 and up range and audiences with interest in high-end living. That'll definitely give your social media page a nice little boost. And if you do it consistently, your visibility will help you grow your name recognition in your desired community even faster. So, to recap your social media strategy, make a plan to incorporate and time block for 4 to 5 posts a week, one reel, some online engagement, and if you choose some simple yet targeted social media ads. All right. Now, the second client acquisition strategy is going to be networking and high-end circles. I would budget about 4 hours a week for this one. You can do this in a few different ways, but the more you do, the further your reach. Whichever strategy you choose, just be sure to start each week implementing this time block and intention into your schedule so that you know it's going to get accomplished each and every week. So, networking opportunity number one. So, this is fun one. Join the online forums. It's funny. I have a friend who's actually been kicked off of Nextdoor. But you can join if you can get into the Nextdoor sort of affluent neighborhood group, get on there and just get involved and start talking in a way that is professional, of course. But you can do that. You can also join the Facebook groups that are dedicated to serving certain neighborhoods or areas. I see people all the time asking for realtors in there, but just get in there and offer value by consistently answering questions and sharing resources whenever possible. Anytime you can add value to someone's life by saving them some time or giving them some really good referrals on things, they will definitely remember you and appreciate you, and hopefully it'll come back in business. That's an easy one. Networking opportunity number 2 is about developing strategic relationships. And what I mean by this is think about all of the people in your realm of work, right? You could potentially partner with interior designers, landscape architects, financial advisors, it could be estate planners, attorneys, or just any type of luxury service providers. Offer to promote their services on your social media in exchange for client leads. This is a fantastic one and so often overlooked. So almost none of them will have these strategic business relationships in place. So don't be afraid to ask. Okay, so network opportunity number 3, hang out where they hang out. Okay, this one is fun. This one is so easy. And this is actually where I get a lot of my business from. Think about your ideal client. Where do they hang out? What social groups are they part of? What monthly meetups do they attend? Any community gatherings? What does this person do after work? Where do they go? What do they do on the weekends? And then just take 5 minutes to brainstorm where they go, what they do, and then circle the opportunities that align with what would bring you joy. Like, what would you love to do that's already on this list? Now you make a plan to join those communities or attend those events, put them on your calendar now with the intention, right, of mingling when you're in these communities. It's so fun. This is how I make work fun. Make friends authentically, right? You make a connection, say, oh, let me follow you on social media. They follow you and you're posting about real estate and they're saying that you sell what they live in. And now they're coming back to you when they're ready to buy a house because they notice that you're a realtor and then you guys just start talking about it on their terms. It's flawless. The system's flawless. And then you just make a plan each week or for a few times a month, if that's all your schedule will allow, to go drink coffee, have lunch, attend a wine tasting, or indulge socially where your ideal client is hanging out. If it's a restaurant, sit at the bar where you can meet people. If it's a coffee shop, you can just sit at a large communal table. And side note, you don't have to go to a fancy steakhouse and order a Kobe steak or spend a ton of money to network. It's super easy. You can just get a club soda if you're doing dry January, or just get like one drink and an appetizer. The point is just to be where the people are and have a good time while you're at it. Like I said, go places you already wanted to go, do things that already spark joy for you. The whole point is to create a life that you love and let real estate be the vehicle, but also it can just be part of the ride. Networking should be fun, guys. This is the part that should never feel like work. Okay, so we're moving on from networking. The third acquisition strategy is creating a simplified CRM lead funnel. So you're going to spend 2 to 3 hours a week on lead generation with just putting in, like I said, a very simple CRM system in place. First, if you're up for it, and I'm telling you, if this is what you want to do, if something just kills you and you suck at it and you're not good at it, don't do an open house. But if you're up for it, I would do at least one luxury open house a month. If you don't have a listing for it, there's plenty of people would be happy for you to do an open house for you. At a luxury open house, I would serve some bubbly. You can do like little plastic flutes, have some upscale pastries available, just to kind of get people hanging out. You put a little bubbly in their hand and they're going to hang out around the kitchen island. They're going to feel loose. They're going to feel like they're in a social environment and they're going to talk to you. This is a great way to just strike up a rapport with a buyer or seller that doesn't feel stuffy and like you're following them around the house, and just avoids all of the awkwardness that an open house, let's be real, can be. So you could try that and it gets people talking to you. If you do that, you collect their contact information from the attendees and you just follow up within 48 hours. In addition to that, whether you do the open house or not, I always just make sure I check in once a week and I think, my God, wait, I met that person or I met this person. Why didn't I add them to my CRM? Think about all the connections you made that week. It could be one, it could be 10, who knows? And you might have a really easy way of getting their email if they didn't already give it to you. Throw that in your CRM and then tag anybody that's in this $500,000 and up threshold or whatever price point, by the way, guys, that you want to use. After you make your list and tag them, and this is every single week, make sure that you follow them on social media if they aren't already following you, which just kind of sends them a little nudge, right? You're going to send them one e-newsletter once a month. Then you're going to send them an email twice a year. I just did the first one about a week ago, and I already have a ton of responses back. So you're just going to send them an email that says, hey, such and such, I've had a lot of people been reaching out lately and asking me what the value of their home is. So I'm going to be spending some time next week creating market reports. Would you like one for your property? I'm sure you'd love to know about what your value is at this time. This is a great thing to do in January because people are just starting to think, is it time? Should I sell my house this year? I wonder where I'm at. This one's a game changer because when it's time to sell, who do you think that they're going to think about using? Probably the agent who's already been working with them on their value. So it's a fantastic strategy, especially when you haven't been able to connect with people in a while. They're excited to hear from you and you're excited to hear from them back. So win-win. All right. The fourth client acquisition strategy is getting referrals for life. Hint, it's about treating your clients like gold, like absolute gold. When I get that ideal high value client that I'm looking for, I commit to being the best, absolute best agent they have ever imagined. Besides all the obvious things, drafting amazing contract, protecting them, all the stuff you're supposed to do. I mean, I answer their phone calls with lightning speed. I let them know that if they have a problem, I empathize with them. I let them know how sorry I am for, what it is they're going through, even if it's super small. And I jump to solve their problems and their pain points with like impressive speed and a smile. I want them to know that I am here for them. Anything they need, I am going to be the best freaking agent of everything that's in my power and control so that they never want to use another agent again. I mean, I want to create clients for life. I want to create clients for life. And I hope you do too. So be their guiding light. their fairy godmother, provide unmatched customer service, treat them with just such kindness and respect while delivering exceptional value, and they will never want to use another agent again. You will make them a client forever and someone that they can't wait to refer their friends and peers to because they know that they're putting them in great hands. So it all might seem obvious, but while we all want to be great agents, I just think when you intentionally decide, I am going to be the best agent this person has ever seen, when you put that intention out there, it just takes everything to the next level. And if you do it right, each client can potentially bring you 2 to 3 pieces of additional business each year. And in most cases, each time that client sells or buys again, they're increasing their price point. So just imagine what your life could look like in 3 to 5 years from now if you really follow these strategies. Keep your focus in line with the goal of attracting high value clients and working efficiently, my friend. You will be living the good life very, very soon if you're not already. So, to recap, your 2025 business plan to create a 6-figure income working 20 hours a week, your weekly schedule needs to incorporate the following: a social media strategy to attract luxury clientele, a networking strategy that doesn't feel like work and that actually aligns with what authentically brings you joy, a simplified CRM lead funnel, and a referral mindset to treat clients like gold. This business plan, it prioritizes simplicity, enjoyment, and consistent actions, right? Over these archaic lead gen strategies and complicated analytics. When you focus on building genuine relationships and providing high value content, you'll attract high value clients you're looking for in a way that doesn't feel like work. And it lends itself to a life full of joy and ease and a life that you deserve. So at the end of each month, just ask yourself, what is working well? What did I do lead gen wise that felt enjoyable? Maybe you like doing social media reels. Maybe that's super fun and entertaining and it's generating a lot of laughter and conversation in your community. Or maybe you pushed yourself to do some things that just felt really inorganic to you and they just didn't work. It fell flat. Maybe you tried to go somewhere that is just not you. Assess what worked, assess what brought leads in, and assess what didn't and pivot accordingly. It's okay. You never have to stay stuck. I never have the same goals at the beginning of the year that I do at the end of the year. And I'm sure that resonates with you as well. So just adjust accordingly. And whatever you do, have fun this year. Do what makes you happy. Be authentic. Follow what feels right. And you're going to kick this year's ass. I know you will. Beyond these core strategies, I want you to implement each and every week. Be sure to start each workday with your miracle morning routine and your $1,000,000 mindset affirmations. And that is huge, guys. I talked about this on the last episode, how to create your most abundant and joyful year yet. It's really the savers process that is outlined in the Miracle Morning for Real Estate Agents book that I highly recommend. There's a link for it in the show notes, but I definitely think you guys should check that out. It outlines what you should do every single morning when you wake up, and it transforms the way that you feel starting your day. It's unbelievable. And then do your $1,000,000 mindset affirmations. There's a link to that in the show notes as well. Those are absolutely free. You will have no option but to manifest your best year ever in 2025 with all of those combined. Stay focused, guys. Keep your eye on the prize. And the prize is making that 2025 a year of a 6-figure income, working 20 hours a week. All right. You've got this, girl. I hope you loved this episode. And if you did, please leave me a review. I'm so grateful for those. And be sure to check out the show notes, as I said, for all kinds of great information. Until next time, bye for now.